Okay. Right, now we're going to be looking at exercise 8C1. And we are going to be calculating. Let's look at question 3, because that one's the one I've got some notes on. It's the more complicated one of these. Okay, so if we're going to look at this, let's start. I know I'm going to need to have this in I, P, V, P, M, T, F, V, P, Y, C, Y. Okay, so with question 3, let me just check I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, good. With question 3, Evelyn took out a loan for $350,000. So she's got $350,000. It's in her pocket, so it's positive, to purchase a house. She agreed to pay the loan over 20 years. We're going to have 20 years at 6.5% per annum. Interested compounding monthly. So we're going to make sure we times that by 12. These two are going to be 12. Okay, our future value should be 0. I'm assuming the first thing it's going to be is what is our payment? Okay, so let's calculate that. Let's pop this in. Let's go down to financial. It'll remind me I need to put new batteries in. Lovely. Okay, so, oops, let's move this out of the way. So we have 20 times by 12. We have 6.5. We have 350,000. No payment yet. Future value 0. PYCY 12. Okay, now we want to calculate our payment. And that is PMT is approximately equal to minus 2609.505974. Okay, remember, we need to round up. In this case here, it's nice for us because it's a bigger number, so it will tell us to do that, but always round up with payments. Okay, so the minimum monthly repayment is $2,609.51. Good. Okay, that's nice and easy. What do we got next? That was part A. Find the outstanding balance of the loan after 10 years. The balance at 10 years is what we're looking for. Okay, so what are we going to have to change? Let me see if I can have a go at not changing things here we don't need to change. So our N is the same, 120. No, it's not. I've times it by 20. So our N here is going to be 10 years, not 20. So it's going to be 120 this time instead of the 240 it was up there. Yeah, let's make sure we don't make that mistake. Okay, our I is the same. Oh, I can't help myself. Here we go. The PMT, let's put down what we used. I used the rounded off number. I like that there. Our PV is going to be 350. And our PY and CY. They're both going to be 12. Okay, so let's make sure we can plug that in. We have exit 120 up here, 6.5 good. Present value is the same. PMT, we've got minus 2609.51. Okay, and in this one here, we're looking for the future value because we obviously were looking at how much the balance is reduced. We're not getting to 0. So let's have a look at that there. Our FV here is minus 229,814,5982. So the outstanding balance is $229,814.60. We're going to round up there. Okay, so that's our outstanding balance after 10 years. Okay, let's go to part C. After 10 years, Evelyn is able to increase her repayments to $30,000 per month. Okay. Let's assume we're going to have to redo all of this here. PMT. Oops, I've forgotten to put future value in PV. I'm all out of whack here. Okay. What is the minimum monthly repayment? So we have an N being, what have we got here? Is what we're calculating, isn't it? Because we're trying to find the time that Evelyn increases her repayments, how long it will take her to repay the loan. Okay, so we've got 6.5 as our interest rate. That hasn't changed. Our payment, have we got here? Our payment here is going to change. She said here $3,000 per month. So we're now moving to $3,000 per month. Our present value, now this is the interesting one, we're going to grab our present value from up here because we're starting at the 10-year mark. So our present value is going to be 229,814.60. Okay, and it was negative here. This is our outstanding balance, but we're going to have it positive here because this is the money that we've borrowed that we have in our pocket essentially. Okay, and our future value still wants to be 0. We still want to pay it off, and our PYCY is 12. Okay, and then we need to plug this in so that we can find our N. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to put a 0 there. 6.5, that's the same. Oops, and I've written PV 229,814.6. Our payment is minus 3,000. Our future value is going to be 0, 12, 12. Okay, so we've got all of that in there. Let's go for N this time. And our N is approximately 99.23012905. Okay, which we can simplify to being 99.23, I guess. Okay, so we're more than 99 months, aren't we? So I would round that up to 100 months because obviously we're not going to pay it off in 99 because there'll still be a bit left over. So we need to think about that. So we're going to round it up to 100 months. So Evelyn will take 100 months. Now we could simplify this. Obviously, if we have 100 months, menu 1 tells me to get new batteries again. Okay, so if we do 100 divided by 12, that's going to tell us that we're going to have 8 years. 8 times 12, 96. 8 years, 4 months. So 100 months or 8 years, 4 months to repay the loan. Okay, so that's part C. Now, part CII, almost done. How much interest will Evelyn save by increasing her payments? Okay, so with the original amount, we need to think this through. So we had our repayments before, which was 2609.51, and we did that for the total. If we come back to here, 240, wasn't it, over the 20 years? So if we do that there, what have we got here? 2609.51 times by 240. 62628240. Okay, so that's our total repayments. Okay, but if we make a higher payment, we have to think about the fact that we pay this amount here. And we don't do that for the full time. We were only doing that for 10 years, weren't we? So that was 120. And over here was 120 for that. So we do that for the 10 years. But the total repayment with the new plan, payment new, then we also have to add our $3,000 that we're paying times by, we worked out that was going to be 100 months, wasn't it? So let's do that. All right. So we have 2609.51 times 120 equals that. And we're going to 313,141.20. And that one's going to be 300,000. That one's nice and easy. So plus 300,000. And we end up with 613,141.20 approximately. Okay, so this was what happened with the original if we just kept on paying as we did. And this is what happens. This is our total repayments if we went a different way. So the question was, how much interest will Evelyn save by increasing her repayments? So what we could do to solve this is we could take one from the other. Okay, so interest saved is the first method, 626, 282.40, and we subtract 613,141.20. Oops. Okay, so we have, I'm going to do it the other way around. Oops, I'm holding it up too high. 62, oops, I'm doing really well. Okay, so it's not negative. If you notice, I've just flipped it around just to make my calculation quicker. So our answer, if we take this one and we take away the smaller one, is going to be $13,141.20. So does that answer it for us? How much interest will Evelyn save? So yep, this is what Evelyn will save. Evelyn will save $13,141.20. Great, done.